Hola, how you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. and thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. It means a lot. Those of you that are following and sticking with it here on the ground floor, just keep waiting. It'll, it'll hopefully will make us, some kind of a splash. But, gotta be patient. It's all right. I got plenty of time. I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, here talking about 12 Angry Men, movie that came out in 1957. And this is directed by Sidney Lumet. He has made some great films. One of my other favorite Sidney Lumet films is a movie that came out in 1973 called Serpico. Almost forgot the name of the movie. That's why it took me a while to say it. Why would I forget a movie that my favorite? Oh. Anyways, but yeah, it's I get nervous. That's why I get nervous when I talk to you guys. I got to stop it though. So yeah, this is 12 Angry Men. Uh, Henry Fonda, Lee J. Cobb, E.G. Marshall, Ed Begley, Jack Warden. And this is one of those movies that I have to come back to every now and then just because it really does move me. Every time I watch it, it inspires me. The main character, and nobody really has a name in this film. Everybody is called by their jury number. So honestly, I'm sorry I can't remember the jury numbers guy's name, but he was played by Peter Fonda. Peter Fonda, um, yeah, he's the guy who says at the beginning of the film he has a reasonable doubt. And that's what really is special about this movie. I think that's why this movie is still being watched. People, are reacting to it. I see more and more people giving this movie some attention on YouTube as far as movie reactions or just people deciding to review it because this movie definitely deserves it. A lot of movies do, a lot of classics do, but I'm so glad that people are talking about this film, especially a lot more on YouTube. And it really is a movie that I think a lot of people can relate to because we all can watch this film and ask ourselves the question, what would we do if we were in that jury room? How would we act if we were the one person that thought, you know what, I don't think the same way everybody else in the room does. I have my own thoughts. And it really is, something I respect a lot. I know that it's just a fictional story, it's a fictional character, but this is the kind of movie that is so well made and it's a realistic story. This is the kind of thing that, happens every day. People's fates are decided by 12 people in the room all the time. And given that these are a dozen white guys for the most part, um, deciding on the fate of somebody from the ghetto, that most of them, half of the guys in the room are talking about, that's how they're all like that, at least one or two guys are like that. There's one or two people in the movie that are just blatant bigots. And for the most part, everybody else really, I guess, they don't really come across that way. But there's two characters in the movie particularly that one is for sure a bigot, and two is, well, as he's called in the movie by Henry Fonda, downright sadist. And I think it's just great to see something that came out back in '57 that shines a light on prejudice. And I I just love movies like this. I love movies that feel like they give me a real experience, considering when this was made, the time that this was made, just the realism that comes through these performances and the way this film was shot. This is a great film. This film deserves to be watched by everyone. And there's no guy gets the girl at the end. There's no real bad guy in the film. This is not a run-of-the-mill cookie cutter movie. This is a very unique experience, which is why this is very special. And I hope people watch this movie. I'm not going to say anything really detailed about it other than that it's a story that takes place in one place, the entire film. At times may feel a little claustrophobic. They only show one of the room, which is like the washroom. And then they show you like well, I guess like the outside of the court, like at the end of the film. But yeah, 12 guys, beginning of the film, there's one guy, and everybody has their, their reasons why they feel like the defendant is guilty. And there's one guy that just sees through all the bullshit and starts to peel back certain layers of the case that nobody brought up during the trial. And it's fascinating to see this movie just unfold through dialogue and just be told, you know, just the dialogue moves this film. And it's a very dialogue driven film. Like I said, it's pretty much all in one room, so it very much feels like a play at times. If anybody knows that this was based on a play, please, if you have any knowledge of this, feel free to let me know in the comment section. But it very much feels like a play in that way, and in the best way possible. And everybody in this movie really does bring something special to the table, and everybody has a moment. Everybody has a monologue, and you'll see some familiar faces. Those of you that grew up in the 90s with, if you've seen Problem Child and Problem Child 2, Jack Warden, who was in this film, was Big Ben in Problem Child. You remember in that film, there's a scene towards the end where they mess up his live commercial that he's shooting, and then he moons the whole world, his ass, live on TV. So yeah, that guy's in this movie. Yeah, you get Lee J. Cobb. He was the cop in The Exorcist. He was a really nice guy in The Exorcist as the lonely cop who just wanted people to talk movies with him, kind of like me. And yeah, he's not like that in this movie. He is, yeah, he's a jerk. But at the end of the film, he sort of has, I guess, sort of a side to him exposed that reveals some of why, some of what's making him such a, I guess, excitable character, as he refers himself. But yeah, this is just one of those films I think everyone should check out. If you're getting into classic films, this is not a bad one to get started with. And the performances in this movie, the acting, the editing, everything, this movie is flawless. It really is. This is one of those few movies I can really call perfect. There's not many movies I can say that about, to be honest, and that's why this is in my, favorites of all times list. And a lot of the films in that list aren't perfect for sure. No doubt about it. But out of the few films that just might be, this one definitely 100% fucking perfect. I love it so much. And so, yes, 12 Angry Men. Henry Fonda is great in this film. He is, just watching him, really stick to his guns. He is very just inspiring to watch. And maybe, somebody will watch this and be inspired to, maybe someday, somewhere, they'll think about this, and, maybe they'll come to a crucial moment. All of a sudden, they'll have to just stick to their guns. I think we all have to, every now and then, put our foot down and, draw the line every now and then, and just let people know, hey, no, I don't want to march to the beat of your drum. It's something that not a lot of people do nowadays. A lot of people they will follow the pack if it's easier. They will always take the easier path if it means less work, usually. And there are a lot of people that, apathy is just, it's a daily thing. So yeah, I think this movie is very inspirational. The character that Henry Fonda plays is somebody I think we should all strive to be like. So yeah, 12 Angry Men, highly recommend this film. So yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you how the verdict comes out. Check out this movie, please, for yourself, and find out for yourself. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. Like I said, just the story, it's something I think anybody will enjoy, whether they're into this kind of thing or not. This just might grab you, for all you know. I mean, and if you don't think you'll enjoy it, give it a chance anyways. I'm telling you, just give it a chance. I'm telling you. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I guess you're just one of the few. But yeah, I guess I said my piece about it. I guess I'll leave it at that. I want to say a special happy birthday shout out to my little cousin, Cielo. Feliz cumpleaños. Te queremos mucho. Y tu tía Blanca de Sacramento también. We love you. Your Auntie Blanca loves you. And yeah, happy birthday, cuz. Say hi to my uncle. My uncle. Hi, Theo. Hope you're watching. So yeah, you guys have been great. Thanks for all the support from everybody. I've been getting a lot of people, you know, getting behind me, so I appreciate it. You know, but you guys that are starting out with me, you're here on the ground floor, so I'll remember you guys when things pick up, maybe a couple years from now. But hey, you know, I'm in no rush. You know, I got plenty of time. This is, you know, it's just for fun, right? So as long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters to me. So hope you guys have fun with it too, and hope you guys check out some good movies while you're at it. And if, by the way, if you guys can't find this on, you know what? I just watched this recently. I think on Prime. But you know how every now and then they take movies off, you know, out of the blue. So yeah, hard copies are out there. This is the DVD. 12 Angry Men. They're out there. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, even if it was just for a little bit. Always appreciate you. So if you guys want to comment, like, share, all that stuff, you know, hit that bell and subscribe. I have a long list of movies I want to talk about. I have a lot of top 10s coming up. If you're into that kind of thing, if you're a movie geek like me, a lot coming your way. So I'm going to keep these coming out as frequent as I can do it, because, you know, to be honest, I'm not going to be able to do it as often as I was when I just started. I was on vacation. Now I'm back at work, so we'll see how I can keep it up with being back on the old job now. But looks like I got 2 jobs. If I can keep this up a little longer, I'll, you know, screw it. And then I do a little you know, driving and dropping off food every now and then. So sometimes you got to do everything you can, you know, to get what you can, to do what you can to put the, you know, bread on the table. So, you know, you got to do as many jobs as it takes, whatever it takes, right? But you guys go ahead and check you guys out later. Everybody take care of each other, and, you know, just look out for one another. God bless.